Warner Brothers apparently fired Beast Boy. Yeah, that's right. Warner Brothers, who should at this point in time be trying to do everything possible to make themselves look good, fired Beast Boy. Well, the voice actor for Beast Boy. And the reason given is really disturbing. And if it's true, not shocking, but it is kind of also shocking as well. Let's dive into this article here from That Park Place. Beast Boy voice actor claims he was fired by WB after Parkinson's diagnosis. The long-running voice of Beast Boy, Greg Cipes, has come forward with a serious allegation against Warner Brothers. According to Cipes, he was fired from his role as Beast Boy the day after he publicly shared his Parkinson's diagnosis, ending over 2 decades of work with DC's animated projects. Now, Greg Cipes has done the voice for Beast Boy for as long as I can remember. The DB started when it was the original Teen Titans cartoon back in like 2003. So that's well over 20 years he has been doing the voice for Beast Boy. And to fire him like that, I mean, here's the thing about it. There have been times when before you have heard reports of companies firing people because they get sick or something like that. They do it. But you see, Parkinson's is not some kind of disease where immediately get like that. No. And there are many, and I will say again, many breakthroughs happening right now in the world of medicine that could more than likely help him along the way. But I don't see, if it is true, let's say, if it is true that they did fire him for that, that's a pretty nasty, scummy behavior to have. Honestly, really, really nasty and scummy. Cipes' statement has ignited backlash online with fans rallying on the hashtags like #SaveBeastBoy. But yeah, I think I think they should. While industry insiders point to creative differences, of course, rather than discrimination. Regardless, the situation shines a harsh spotlight on Warner Brothers at a time when the studio can scarcely afford new controversies. Yeah, you got to try and do everything you can now to look good. Because Warner Brothers doesn't have the kind of money to play around. They need to find ways to make everything they can look good. I mean, granted that there are people telling them numerous times there are many things you can do to have things look good, and they figure, well, we don't listen to you. We just keep doing the same crap and keep getting the same crappy results. So that's what they want. Greg Cipes first voiced Beast Boy in Teen Titans in 2003, right? I remember that, yes. And continued a role in Teen Titans Go, Young Justice, and numerous crossover projects. To generations of DC fans, his upbeat, playful performance was inseparable from the character. Earlier this year, Cipes revealed he had been diagnosed with early onset Parkinson's disease. He now claims that Warner Brothers terminated him almost immediately afterward. Like I say, Parkinson's is not a type of disease where you immediately get, that it takes some time for anything to happen. All right, but again, like I said, there are breakthroughs happening in medicine all over the world right now. It's not to say like, it's only going to be down. No, things could happen. He could probably get, hopefully, he could probably recover, something like that. No, nothing is impossible. Once God is involved, all things are possible. I'm just saying, but if that is the reason why we really fly, because I have to say allegedly, because we don't know, I'm just saying, it's a pretty scummy, disgusting thing to do. This is what he had to say. Warner Brothers literally fired me on Valentine's Day, right after I publicly shared my Parkinson's diagnosis. He described the experience as feeling like a death and alleged that executives wanted to replace him with a mimic who could copy his voice for Teen Titans Go next season. That's really stupid. Really, really stupid. The guy has been doing Beast Boy's voice for over 20 years. And it's really, really, really ridiculous to do that. Supporters close to Cipes allege that the rest of the cast oppose the decision. Glad to see some people have some integrity telling executives the show would not be the same without him. It wouldn't. Fans have since rallied online accusing Warner Brothers of discrimination and demanding his reinstatement. While Cipes frames his firing as retaliation for disclosing his illness, sources connected to Warner Brothers tell a different story. Of course they do. Let's hear what it is they have to say. According to Deadline via the Wrap, insiders insist the move was not about Parkinson's at all. Instead, they claim Beast Boy was being recast due to creative and performance considerations. The report suggests that Cipes has already recorded lines for a different character in the same series. So, Warner Brothers discussed a possible development deal with him for future projects. The studio did not remove other longtime cast members and has no official policy excluding actors with health conditions. So if he record lines for a different character, what does that have to do with anything? He could voice two characters at the same time. It's been done many times before. In other words, the studio frames this not as a firing in the punitive sense, but as a creative shift. Yeah, why not? Even if Warner Brothers insists the decision was unrelated to his health, the timing raises questions. Cipes says he was fired as Beast Boy one day after publicly disclosing his Parkinson's diagnosis. Yeah, I mean, you gotta understand, people are going to find that weird. People are going to find that weird. Executives have been also accused of pushing to recast his role with a song that, like, rather than rewriting Beast Boy or allowing Cipes to continue. If you're going to literally fire somebody a day after they reveal that, that is going to be seen as very questionable. People are going to ask, what are you doing? Did you set this up? What is going on? It's going to be very controversial. That is a fact. For fans, it looks like discrimination, whether or not that was the intent. Employment law in the US does prohibit firing someone solely due to a medical condition, and Parkinson's qualifies as a protected disability. If Cipes pursues legal action, Warner Brothers could face a very public fight over workplace protections in Hollywood. Personally, I say if the man believes he has been wronged, sue them behind. That is it, sue them behind. I'm not even going to pretend with that one, sue them. Because you don't do that to somebody who has been doing this job faithfully for over 20 years. And if you really did do it to the man just because he disclosed a medical diagnosis, that is pretty effed up. No other way to put it. So you got to understand that. And like I say, if he consults a lawyer and he does have an actual case, I think he should move forward with it. Because, I'm just saying, allegedly, I don't know what it is, but I'm just saying, if that does not be the whole reason behind it, I think he should. The situation arrived at a delicate moment for Warner Brothers Discovery. DC's live-action projects under James Gunn and Peter Safran are already under intense scrutiny, with some fans skeptical about the direction of the rebooted universe. Losing a beloved animated staple like Greg Cipes only adds to the perception of instability. Well, when you have idiots will be idiots. Teen Titans Go remains one of Cartoon Network's most recognizable titles yet, because they literally threw everything else away and went hard on that, and it didn't work out good for them at all. And Beast Boy is central to the show's dynamic. Recasting him risks alienating longtime fans, especially when the recent appears tainted by allegations of discrimination. On social media, anger is building. Many see the situation as a blatant betrayal of an actor who gave 20 years of service to Warner Brothers. The fan-led push to restore Cipes has been strong, with thousands of posts spreading the hashtag #SaveBeastBoy campaign. Some even appeal directly to DC Studios head James Gunn, arguing that if DC's Elseworlds projects can experiment with casting, then loyalty to iconic voices should matter in animation. The optics for Warner Brothers are already poor. Whether or not the firing was tied to Parkinson, the perception of dumping an actor after a health disclosure is disastrous for public relations. At the heart of this story is one painful reality. Greg Cipes helped define Beast Boy for an entire generation of DC fans, and he was fired shortly after disclosing a terrible illness. His voice is the character. If the Beast Boy actor was indeed fired the day after sharing his Parkinson's diagnosis, Warner Brothers faces accusations of callousness that will not fade easily. Yeah. I mean, they're going to say, well, even if the studio's a question of creative differences is true, it's hard to argue that the timing wasn't catastrophic with fans. When fans hear Beast Boy fired, they don't think about creative shifts. They think about an actor punished for getting sick. Warner Brothers has not issued an official statement. Until it does, the backlash will continue to grow, and DC Animation risk alienating one of its most loyal fan bases. It's ridiculous. It is ridiculous. It is ridiculous. It is ridiculous. If, like I just say here, it really is true, they fired the man a day after he revealed his Parkinson's diagnosis. Like I keep saying, it's nasty, scummy behavior and should not happen. The man has been voicing Beast Boy for over 20 years, faithfully. And apparently that means nothing to all of you to do that. It's not good at all. It's really not good. And I really do hope that you know something moves on, and he continues to be the voice of Beast Boy. But if they want to play hardball, Greg Cipes, all I can say, do this, sue the pants off for them. Let me know your thoughts on this in the comments. If you have a different opinion, I'd love to hear it. If you like, if you're going to hit that thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, ring the notification bell to be notified every time I upload a new video. And I shall see you all next time. Take care.